happening, guys? Welcome to another video, and this week, due to popular demand, we are heading down to the lower lakes. So I had a couple of people ask what's happening down there with the floods and things. So we're going to head down to Menangi, check out Lake Albert. We're going to go across to the Coorong, check the Coorong out, and we're going to drive down past, I think it's Mark's Point, and drive to a little dead-end road where you hit Territory Barrage, and we'll stick the drone up so you can see that barrage. I think there's 5 barrages right across the bottom of Lake Alexandrina, separating the lake from the Coorong and going out to the mouth of the Murray. So I'm actually thinking I'll do 2 videos, so part 1, part 2. Part 2 will be out the next day, so there won't be a gap. Because I'm going to film all down around that area. I'm also going to call in and put the drone up and show you guys where the River Murray meets Lake Alexandrina, which is a little bit hard to find if you don't know where to go. If you're just driving to Menangi, most people would not know which road to go in to check it out, and you still don't see a real lot without the drone. So I find it pretty interesting. So that's the plan for this video. And then in part 2 we're going to head down, probably just do a little bit of filming around Murray Bridge, and in today's I think I might do a bit around Tailem Bend, and then we're going to head down to the mouth of the Murray and check that out, and check out the barrage at Goolwa. So that's my plan. I'm going to do a food review. There won't be any camping. It's a stinking hot day today. Well, it's about 35, 36 degrees, and I've got plenty of a lot of Christmas stuff happening at the moment, so we'll do a food review, so stick around till near the end and we'll do a food review. Hopefully we'll just do the ordinary fish and chips food review. I know it's got carbs in it, but hey, someone's lost their strap off their truck. So that's the plan. So we better turn the camera around, show you guys what I'm looking at, and you know what that means. It's time to start the music. Righto guys, thought I'd just put a map up to show you where we're going for these 2 videos. So this is a 2-part video, and we're going to check out the lower lakes. So if you're new to my videos, we're based down here just outside of Adelaide, about 100 kilometres, and a little town called Tailem Bend. But most of my videos are along the River Murray, camping, bit of fishing, bit of cooking. Try and find nice little camp spots along the River Murray to share with people. And just lately we've been doing a fair bit with the floods, because there's a lot of water coming down. So basically the River Murray goes about where the arrow is, along New South Wales, Victoria border, into South Australia, down and around and into the lower lakes. So we're going to check out the lower lakes. You can just see my little town there of Tailem Bend, and this is all the lower lakes down here. And Adelaide, the capital city of South Australia. And in the first video we come down from Tailem Bend, we check out Lake Alexandrina, and I shoot across a dirt road here and put the drone up so I can show you guys where the Murray River meets Lake Alexandrina. We then follow the road down and we go and check out Lake Albert down at Menangi, check on the water level there, and we go right around Lake Albert and we check out the Coorong. So the Coorong is this stretch of water all down through here, and it goes for about 100 kilometres, and all the water for the Coorong comes in through the Murray mouth, which is about there. So that's all seawater, and to separate the seawater from the fresh water from the Murray River, there's 5 barrages which all cut in and about along here, and there's some up in here, and then there's another one just in here, the Goolwa barrage. So in the first video I pull the van up about here, we check out Territory Barrage, chuck the drone up, And in the second part of this video, we shoot up to Murray Bridge and just check out what's happening with the floods up there, and then we shoot down around to Goolwa so we can check out the mouth of the Murray. So you can go across the bridge here into Hindmarsh Island, and there's a road you can get to about in there, and you can look across at the mouth of the Murray. So I'll put the drone up there and check it out. The mouth of the Murray, as you'll see from the videos, probably less than 100 metres wide, and that's where all this flood water is going, out through that little hole just in there. So we also check out the Goolwa barrage, which is just at the end of this road here, so that goes right across. And the Goolwa barrage has got a lock in the middle, so yachts and boats can go from the freshwater out here into the Coorong, and they can travel out into the ocean. But you'd want a pretty good day. It gets pretty rough through there, and there's been a lot of boats that have got into trouble trying to go out to the sea or going back in to the Coorong. So this is about 1.5 kilometres from the main road, and I'll put the drone up so you can actually see where the Murray meets Lake Alexandrina. You can sort of see it from your car down to the left, and that's a bit of a peninsula. That's Lake Alexandrina in the distance, and the Murray straight ahead, and straight ahead there is that great little campsite. So as you can see here, the water hasn't even broken the bank yet. So I launched the drone about where the shadow is. So just in there. I've got to get ready in case it's a bit out of course and it lands on the van. Hang on. What's it doing? It moved across a bit. I don't know if you guys can see it. So that's doing it all by itself if you don't know anything about drones. So you get into trouble, you press the return to home. Controller is in the van. I haven't got anything in my hand. And that's pretty well spot on where I launched it. Pretty clever. And it even turns itself off. And there's the controller sitting on the seat. Okay guys, this is your lucky day. I'm about to show you something that not many people know about. Even locals from Tailem Bend who I've been with past here didn't know that this little plaque was here. And if you look back at one of my earlier videos when I first put Gilligan in at Menangi, I talked about the Birdman of the Coorong. He was South Australia's only known bushranger, and he used to ride around on an ostrich. There's a statue of him in Menangi, and out here about 8 k's before Menangi, there's a plaque up on a hill that someone's put of him sitting on the ostrich with his gun in his hand. Not too sure how well this is focusing. But there you have it. The Birdman of the Coorong. So here we are just before Menangi, and Lake Albert. Now there are some signs up no camping, but I've seen plenty of people pull in here for a night to camp. A great little beach just down here, sandy beach, and when I filmed this a year or so ago, this water has not come up at all. Righto guys, here we are, Menengi boat ramp. This is where I first put Gilligan in for my big trip, and it doesn't look like the water's come up too much, so bugger all down this end. Has that kid caught a fish? That's going to piss me off if he's caught a fish. I think he's on. Better go down here and check it out. So yeah, Menengi, I love this town, especially when there's no wind. It's got a great caravan park, a pub, area school, yacht club, bowls club, football club and netball club. I think he's bloody on. Oh, it's a whopper. How you going, guys? What do we got here? We got a carp? Oh, that's a big carp. So we just worked out, these are the guys that were fishing at, where was it? Coorong, when I first had the houseboat and we started travelling down the river. That's a good sized carp. Righto guys, we have to do a food review. No camping in this episode. Got a few Christmas things I've got to go to. It's hot, but we need to do a food review. And we're going to do the normal fish and chips, because that's my go-to food review. I know it's got carbs. I said I wouldn't have any carbs for a while, but just for the sake of the video. Now the shop, I've been there before. Don't really like it. Lakeview Cafe. He didn't have any change for cash. What else didn't he do? Oh, there's a chip shortage, so because of the floods there's a chip shortage, and he said you can only have minimum chips. How many did he think I wanted? So let's just check it out. We got one piece of fish. The go-to down here is the Coorong mullet. That's what they catch. And I just got the ordinary butterfish and a calamari ring. It's only been in the bag for about 3 or 4 minutes. Look at the flop. That looks crispy. Chips look average. Okay, here we go, the snap test. We do like a nice crispy batter. Not real good. Bit floppy. Rightio guys, food review. Fish was rubbish. Chips, very average. I don't know, they use old oil. It's not that hard to make good chips. Blanch them, cook them twice, come up good. Calamari was pretty good, probably because it came out of a box. Prawns, soggy. 5.2. That's my review. I love a good windmill, even 2. So here we are at the Coorong and Mark Point. What a great name for a point. So here at Mark Point they've got a little boat ramp here. Now this is seawater. Now I should have looked this up, but my guess is the Murray mouth is down that way to the right about 15 kilometres, and the Coorong travels up about 100 kilometres. So this narrow stretch of water, it's got the sandhills over to the right, and that separates the Coorong from the Southern Ocean. So back down towards Goolwa, there's 5 barrages which separate Lake Alexandrina from going out to the ocean. So this is as far as you can drive. They've got the gate blocked off. Years ago you used to be able to drive out to the weir. So this is Tawitchery Weir, which is down there probably 300 or 400 metres and probably about 20 k's from the mouth, maybe less, maybe 10 or 15 k's from the mouth of the Murray. The Coorong ferry. So this is what they call the Narrows. So out to the right is the Narrows, probably goes for 2 or 3 kilometres, and that's what leads into Lake Albert and the lake that is at Meningie. So this is the only way the water gets into Lake Albert, is through this little stretch here. And do I need to say it? Yes I do. Always wave to the ferry driver. This guy's got a little bit of a point. He just does a point. Don't think we're going to get a wave out of him. Haven't seen this guy before. Give him a bit of a wave. Oh yeah, we got the wave. That's the old 5-finger wave. You can see Point Malcolm Lighthouse out to the left there. Now here we come for the landing. Very important part of the ferry driver's score. He's bringing it in nicely. Lovely smooth approach. Hasn't adjusted the arms yet. If you keep your eye on that left hand arm, looks like he's going to have to lower it a little bit. He's going to lose a couple of points there. Here he goes, he's going to have to lower it, yes. Now to pull forward and to lock up. Oh, hesitant. Oh, it's very smooth, just a little bit slow. But overall, pretty good job. Oh, he's pointing. How you going, mate? Has the water come up much?
Hey?
Has the water come up at all here?
Yeah, about a foot from pool level.
About a foot?
Yeah.
No worries. Are you expecting it to get much higher?
Not really, no, because it comes up a little bit because you
Spreads
usually
out.
take that a
Look,
long way.
no worries, yep. Beautiful. See you later.
Catch up.
Had a bit of trouble getting that wave right at the end, but nice to talk to. I'm going to give him a 9.1. Pretty good overall. Righto guys, this could end this video. I'm not too sure what I'm doing at the moment. I think I might make this into 2 videos. So part 2 is me going to the mouth of the Murray, which I'm going to do tomorrow, because from where I am now you've got to drive right up around Lake Alexandrina, so it's at least an hour, probably nearly an hour and a half by the time you get all the way around to where the mouth is. So I think we might make it into 2 videos, but the second part of this video will come out the day after I publish this one, so it'll be straight out so we can keep them close together. So I hope you enjoyed checking out the barrages there and what's happening down in the lower lakes. Straight ahead there you've got a beautiful look at Lake Alexandrina, and that's looking straight back to where the River Murray joins Lake Alexandrina. So if it's a 2-part series, it's next one's going to be out tomorrow. Catch you guys later.